When we have asynchronous stuff going on in the component like this, we have to use a combination of useState and useEffect React hooks. Import them here. useState hook creates a variable that holds the state, and then the second variable that represents a function to save new state, and the initial value here will be an empty array. Now, useEffect hook takes a callback that executes at different life cycles of the component, and that's where we are going to put our promise, like this, and then execute it, calling .then, and then take the data we receive in the callback and set it into the state. Okay, now this variable will have the list of our homes. Now we can update this bit to use the state and map over each home in the array and return a list of home elements like this. And then the list should render in a template. So let's take a look at the test. And here it complains about us not using the act helper function from the testing library. And that's because the test detects that we're using useEffect hook in the component. So it's being helpful and tells us that we need to use that. So let's go ahead and add it in the test. And the reason for that is because useEffect is used for asynchronous stuff, and calling this act function gives a chance to execute the callbacks we provide in there. And we're using it to grab the list of homes from the promise and save it into the state. Okay, added act function. And now new error appears. Now is about using the key attribute, which is purely a React thing, and it is required in here where we are generating the list of homes. And we can use the index of the array element to set as the key. Okay. And the test now passes. And just out of curiosity, let's go back to the test and add the console log statement to output the HTML from the testing container. And take a look here. And yes, we see our homes in the template generated by executing our promise in the useEffect hook and then saving it into the state and then generating the elements from the state. Let's just move this line here next to the promise that we will use later. Okay, and when we load the app in the browser, we see our stubbed homes right here.